What do you do when there's too much family of origin trauma? You mean, what do you do as a human? I think that is a staple of almost everyone's life, is family of origin challenges. I think first is to accept that that is the nature of everyone's reality. I mean, each family, I'm sure, is unique in the way that that shows up. And then empower yourself. Boundaries, right? Nedra Tawwab has a beautiful book called Drama Free. And it's all about setting boundaries with family and recognizing the gaps in your upbringing. Some things that are normal in the family aren't natural. They're just the way it's always been done. And there's a lot of generational trauma that is probably longing to be healed and transformed through your life. So connecting to that, being present with that, and learning how do you want to show up to that. When you find yourself being triggered by family trauma, drama or trauma, asking yourself, when was the first time you felt that way? And beginning to see the root of that trigger and that pattern and start addressing it from the onset. But it really goes back to knowing yourself, knowing what you're available for and what you're not available for, and learning how to communicate that clearly. Still being in your power, being in love. You can even do it when you're angry, but it doesn't have to be incendiary. But embracing temperance, embracing balance, and showing up to your life with a certain measure of confidence, unconditional self-confidence that's rooted in unconditional love. Because these aren't acts of maliciousness when you're setting boundaries or trying to communicate your needs, even though in certain scenarios the other may receive it as such and try to project that onto you. These are acts of pure love and giving the other space to adapt with you or not, and letting go of trying to manipulate and control the outcome. I think that's one of the trickiest parts, because we've been trained to believe we have to create this quote-unquote perfect picture of a family. And when you can let that go and recognize that there's a certain beauty in the asymmetry of life, and that perfection is an egoic illusion, then there's more space, there's more openness, and greater freedom as you move through those relationships.